Josh, so somebody left me a question some time ago, but I hadn't forgotten it. I wrote it down, so now it's time to talk about it because I liked it. It's a good one. This is the level we got to be at, okay? The catching out the subtle trickery of the mind, catching that out. Got to catch it out. Let's see what he said. Oh, well, first though, I just want to, like, some examples. What am I talking about? It's like, which, you see, the mind, and when we're talking subtle, it likes to hide in this kind of abstract, foggy, like, form. It's like some background static. It's not a clear, like if you listen to the radio, it's not a clear song. It's just kind of some static, you see. That goes unchecked a lot of times. For example, walking through town, walking anywhere, it doesn't even matter. Or I can be home thinking, watching people on YouTube, subtle thoughts, like watching spiritual, non-dual videos. Like, man, this person's just full of it. I mean, he's not as awake as me, obviously. I mean, come on, you know. Or if you're like have students, or if you're like in an ashram or something, and you students start sizing each other up, having these like spiritual quibbles, like, you know, I'm more spiritual. I deserve more attention from the teacher or guru than this person. I mean, this person's not even, they got lifetimes to go to get to where I'm at. But see, these aren't verbalized usually. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times it's a tendency. Here's the difference between conscious mind and subconscious mind. Conscious mind, it's usually images. It's more specific images or thoughts or self-talk, etc. Subconscious mind, it's more feeling, it's more tendency. You see, it's in its abstract form. It didn't yet make it to the conscious mind, which then turns it into something. It just kind of stays in this. This is why this is why introspection's important. We want to make our subconscious conscious. All the karma is hiding in the subconscious. When we start to become more conscious, you can feel like, do I have any karma left? Like, in which category do I have some karma? Do I still want to be great in the world, or do I want to have children, or do I still want to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Like, you start to feel, do I still want to make a lot of money? Is that in there somewhere? Do I want to know what it's like to have, you know, some extravagant lifestyle or something? That can be hiding in the subconscious. You gotta check. You gotta see. You get aware of that tendency. You can feel it. It's just a tendency. It's an energy. And then you put your attention on it, and then you can start. It will show you what it is. See, I used to say, yeah, I don't want a girlfriend. I'm done. I'm done. I still wanted one. I still wanted to experience like what I did when I was in my early 20s. I wanted to experience that again because it was super nice. And then I got in touch with that. I was like, yeah, I do actually. I want to, And so I experienced it again. And now I don't have that karma. I can feel it. I don't have it. It's not there. I enjoy women, sure. But to have an exclusive, special relationship, it's not there. So you become more aware of these tendencies, because judgment, this is how the mind in the Maya, it lives, it continues. It's through the subconscious primarily. We have all these little ways that we lie to ourselves, and we got to check that, Okay, so here's what he said though, and it was good. His name's High Frequency, see? Of course he's going to say something good. He's talking about desires. The thought to not desire is also desiring. Catch it. Now, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. Doesn't mean, see, you can't make yourself do anything. Like, we got to let this show run itself. It does run itself. But we got to be aware. Just be aware. of the show. That's enough. So it's natural. Like that's part of the evolutionary process. There's some desire, some feeling, some thought. Like you don't want to desire anymore. Something says, I don't want desires anymore, because you've evolved to the point to where you know desires kind of keep you bonded and stuck. They keep you trapped on the virtual reality machine, because only the virtual reality machine can produce the desire. And you want that desire. And you realize wanting that desire, it affects your sadhana. Your peace seems less. It's still there, but the experience of your inner peace is less because your mind is busy trying to catch this desire. So something's evolved to the point to where you're like, I don't want these desires. These are a big obstruction, and they are. So it's natural to have the thought to not want to desire, but he's going further, and this happens automatically when we're ready, or when somebody shares this, maybe it'll provoke you, because it's already there in you, and you just need to hear it. God talks to God all the time. What's the saying? Like everything's a monologue. So the thought to not desire is also desiring. So you just be aware of that. You're like, oh yeah, let it be there. It's cool, whatever. You just let it be there. Like, I desire to not desire. Okay, that's cool. But you know what? Whoa, there's something, but that's happening inside my formless self, you can say. My non-dual self, because it's not saying it doesn't want to desire or desire anything, but the human machine, the matrix, it's playing this out. At first we desire, oh, I want to desire, and then at some point through evolution we're like, I don't want to desire anymore. But both of those stages in evolution is happening inside our pure self, which is just space. It's alive. It's not dead space, but it's not saying anything. So you become aware. There's more space between the human virtual machine and your real self. And people call this awakening. You're awakening to your true self. Alan Watts said to surrender without wanting it. If you surrender without wanting it, it leads to surrender. Okay, sounds good, right? And it's true. But look, he caught this too. See, this is why I like it. He says, but then the mind says, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna surrender without wanting it, because then that's how you surrender. See, the mind's saying, I'm gonna help you surrender. We gotta surrender, bro. Then we're awake and we'll feel good. So like, we gotta surrender. And the master said, just saying master, he says the way to surrender though is you got to stop wanting it. And then it makes sense also to the mind. It's like, oh yeah, how can I, if I'm wanting something too much, I'm wanting the surrender, that's actually blocking the surrender. Because surrender, you surrender. There's no wanting, nothing, expecting, nothing. Something just like, I'm done. Like Buddha, he was just done. He just laid up against the tree. I'm done. I'm too tired. I'm just done. Hey, Buddha, come practice your sadhana. I'm good, man. And then he's quiet. And then he's like, he realizes this this pure self that he's been looking for who knows how long. He's like, oh, damn, I surrendered. But I didn't do it. Something surrendered. So that's what he's saying here. That's what Alan Watts was saying. Like, you stop wanting the surrender, it leads to surrender. But catch out if your mind's using that to try to do it. If it's trying to do it, don't judge it. Don't see. Then the mind, you catch the mind, and then the mind will say, "Oh man, you messed up." Like, it'll judge you. It'll judge something. Judges itself, and because we're identified with it, we take it to be who we are. So then we judge ourselves and get hurt. So the mind will be like, "Man, you're working yourself again. You're manipulating yourself. What's wrong with you? Never gonna be awake." No, let it, like, whatever, man. Let it be there. If you have fun with this introspection. It's not you anyway. It's the matrix machine. Don't take this VR headset so serious. Like, it's not who you are. It's fun through evolution, we catch it out and we see like the programs that are running and everything. Like, it's fun. Look at it like that. when you catch the mind out, because you can never end the level. You can't. There's always a deeper level of introspection to go in subtlety. There's no end to that. There's just no end. This creation's infinite. The mind will find another subtle way. But the freedom, the awakening, is when you don't mind anymore. You enjoy catching out. You know now you're playing the game, so you don't take it serious. Before, we like think we're the game, like that old movie Tron. We get absorbed in the video game, and now we're actually like fighting the thing. Like this is identity. When you know you're playing the game, it's like whatever. And then even if you forget that you're playing the game, it's also okay. Well, I forgot that I was playing the game. Well, wait a minute. But all this is still happening inside the consciousness that I am, that doesn't have a form. It feels very real. Oh, you're never going to wake up. You're not making progress. Yeah, okay. I need to try harder. Okay, try harder. Let it. If that's the flow, then there'll be some sensation or experience like you're trying harder. That's fine. Still, the consciousness isn't trying or doing anything. So you keep catching it. You keep catching whatever the sensation is, whatever the thought is, whatever the introspection is. That's still part of the game happening inside your pure self. Let me know. You want more videos on that? I like it. I like the deep stuff. I get energy or something, you know. All right. See you.